Do you have a mission, a purpose, a goal, a destination? If you don't, how do you know when you get there, wherever that is, if that's where you want to be? You have no idea. Most people wander aimlessly through life wondering why their life never changes. Because they're pushed around here and there by every wind of outer circumstance. They think their life is controlled by something out there. But it's really controlled by their thinking. Now, if you don't believe that, every action stems from a thought. So if you don't change your thinking, your actions remain the same. And your actions are what's bringing the results into your life. And if you don't like the results you have today, excuse me, you need to change your thinking today so you can have different results tomorrow. It's really very simple, but yet it's almost like a secret. Do you remember the movie, The Secret? It's no secret, but yet it seems to remain a secret and has been such since the beginning of time. A man's life is guided by his thoughts. That's a Marcus Aurelius quote, but that's not verbatim. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. In his heart, in the deep subconscious part of him. I'm not talking about superficial, conscious, awakening thinking state. I'm talking about what you really think, what you really think about yourself, what you really think you deserve in life, what you really desire in life. Most people live a life of quiet desperation. They never do what they really desire to do. That inherent desire that each of us have within us. I see there's a lot of hate and disagreement, dissension about Andrew Tate. One of the reasons people get so pissed off at him is because he's living his life. And he reflects back to the haters what they're not doing. They're not living their life. They're looking at him, thinking there's something wrong with him, but all he is doing is reflecting back to them what they are not doing. They're not living what they want to do. So they're angry at him because he's doing what they know they should do. Now, not that they should do exactly what he's doing, but each of those people that hate on him and bash him have a dream too. But they're not living their dream. So he reflects to them the thing in themselves that they don't like. So they lash out at him. And that's the way of all haters. They don't really hate you. They're just projecting their hate for themselves upon you. They're just, how do I say, discouragement in themselves, they're putting that upon you. Their disappointment in themselves, they're putting that out there because that's the way they feel. They're disappointed in themselves, they're disappointed in life because they never set a goal, and if they did, they gave up too easily because it's a struggle. That's why most people don't set goals. There's going to be times when you move towards your goal that you're going to be discouraged and disappointed and feel like you're never going to get there. Feel like you're never going to get there. You cannot go by how you feel. Feelings have their place, but there's a difference between feeling and intuitive guidance. You cannot run your life as a man by how you feel. I mean, let's look at what's going on today. They're wanting to change the language because they feel like they're this one day. They feel like they're that another day. I may feel like this is a terrible day because it's raining, but someone else feels like it's a wonderful day. So it's still raining. The fact is, it's raining. You may feel like it's a wonderful day, and that's fine. You can feel however you want to. But are we going to change the language and say, well, it's not raining today because I don't feel like it is, and I feel like it's a wonderful day, so it's sunny out today? No, it's a cloudy sky, the rain's coming down, it's raining. I don't like it, I don't feel good about it, I don't feel like it's a wonderful day, but that does not negate the fact that it's raining. Even though Joe over here feels like it's a wonderful day. The sun's not out. It's a fact. We have to go by fact, not feels before reals. We have the objective reality. It is what it is. I believe that you create your own reality, but I don't deny the existence of objective reality. I'm sitting here today on this phone, or on this camera, on my phone, in front of you. That's a fact. Now, maybe I feel like that's impossible, but it's not. But I feel like it is. So does that negate the fact that I'm actually talking to you on this camera? No. Should I change the language because I don't feel like this is possible? It wasn't possible 100 years ago, even 30 years ago, but now it is possible. How is that? It is amazing to me, but you guys weren't around when you had to make a phone call to another country and it cost you $5 a minute and you had to set it up a week in advance to make sure the person was at the phone. But I grew up with that, so I understand the harshness. Well, that's not really too harsh, but I've been to third world countries, and I've lived as some of the third world people in those countries have lived. So I understand that harshness of life. Not fully because I was not born and raised there, but I understand objective reality. And you can't negate it by saying that you don't feel like it's real, no more than I can negate the fact that I'm a man by saying I don't feel like a man. There have been times in my life where I haven't felt like much of a man, but I was still a man. I can't change that by trying to change my language. So, what did I get off on? No, I got off on a rabbit trail here. But the thing here I'm talking about is goals, vision, purpose. So you have to have a vision and a purpose. Otherwise, you get off on these things, on these issues that don't really have any value. Subjective things, you're trying to change the outer world by subjectivity. I believe in subjectivity, and you can make that become a reality in your life, but you can't do it by forcing other people to believe and agree with what you believe. It doesn't work that way. The world will transform itself to the exact measure that you transform yourself. And a part of that is by beginning to accept yourself as you are, not by trying to change the world. What did Gandhi say? If you don't like the world, change yourself. Begin with yourself. Not begin to change out there, fight to change everything out there. Begin within you. Now I have to accept everyone. I don't have to like them, but I accept them. Just like all these things that people do that I don't agree with. We're all going to have things in our lives that we don't agree with. But what happens is if you don't have a goal, a purpose, a dream, you get focused on those things. And that becomes your goal, to change those people that you don't like because they're trying to change you or what you believe in. And that is not a worthwhile goal or ideal. It will leave you feeling angry and frustrated. You can't change anybody. You can't change anybody's opinion of you, nor can you change the opinion of the world about you. And what does it matter? What does it matter? Your opinion about yourself is the most important thing. What you think about yourself and what you think about others is all that is important to you, all that matters to you. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks of you. Accept yourself, and then you don't care if other people accept you. That's something that took me a long time to learn. We all want others to like us, but that's just not going to happen. Haven't you met people that for some reason or another you didn't like them, even though they didn't even say anything? I don't know why that is, but that happens. Doesn't mean you have to do something disrespectful to that person. There's just something about them that you don't like. And that's okay, that's life. Accept the fact that you don't like some people. And some people aren't going to like you. That's okay, that's life. And people are going to do things you don't like them to do. But live and let live. That is the way of peace. Unless they encroach upon you, which some of these people are trying to do to get us to change to suit their lifestyle or whatever it happens to be. And hey, I had visions and goals all my life. The one thing I want to do is be a motorcycle rider like the guys on Easy Rider. That was my first big goal, and I got that. And as I was growing up, I was different. I had long hair. I was a hippie back in the 60s and early 70s. I got bullied. I got talked bad about. People looked at me. People treated me differently. They discriminated against me. That was part of it because I chose that lifestyle. I was that. That's the way I felt like I wanted to be. And I took that as part of the price I had to pay to be different from other people. And I've always been different. And I've been ridiculed and bashed and hated on because I'm different. That's the price I'm willing to pay to be different. Now, if you don't like me because I'm different, I'm not going to try to make you accept me or change your way of life for me. Nor should I. Nor should you. What does it matter? The people who have accomplished great things are the people who didn't conform to society's norm. They're also the people that didn't try to get other people to change their lifestyle and their way of thinking and speaking and talking for them. They didn't care about that. They focused on their goal, their mission, their purpose. Like a laser beam, they focused on that until they accomplished what they came here to accomplish. And the higher you go up, the more people are going to hate on you. Like I said, because you're doing what they're not doing. They don't realize that's why they're doing it. They actually think they have a reason to not like you. As I said, like people bashing Tate. I listen to what he says. I don't know if I like everything he says, but most of it I do. All he's doing is talking about masculinity. But yet, nowadays, at least in the West, people are talking like masculinity is some kind of bad thing. I don't hear him bad-mouthing women. He talks about women the way he sees women are. I believe he has a right to have an opinion about women. He's not physically hurting anybody. He's not really talking badly about anybody. He just is a traditional man. And that seems to be called toxic masculinity nowadays. As I've told you before, I've been called a misogynist because I have traditional views about women. Like he said, women can do things I can't do. They have their place. They don't like that when I say that. Okay, I have my place. I'll say the same thing about myself. We each have our place in society. For thousands of years, men have been the ones that built the world, protected and provided for women and children. And now because men have made such a wonderful world, a safe world where women can actually go out and make their own money, women act like, and it took that masculinity that they're calling toxic now to build this world. But yet to be a masculine man, like Tate or many of us like that, we're called toxic, or we're bad. Nobody was calling us bad when we all gave our lives on the Titanic so the women and children could live. Nobody called us bad when we were over there fighting in the wars so that women and children here in the States could stay safe. No, we weren't bad then, were we? But now all of a sudden, because nobody's bothering us, we have a safe society except for the crime. Men are all of a sudden toxic. Masculinity is bad. It's ridiculous. So be a man, have a goal. Don't let people bash you for being a man. Believe how you want to believe and let others believe the way they want to believe. Let's all just try to get along, okay? I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to like what you do. You don't have to like what I'm doing, but I'm not going to try to make you change so you can go in my agenda. Why would I want to do that? So, think about what your life is like today. Think about what you're going to do with your life. Write down a goal and set out towards that goal. That gives you some purpose, some vision, and you really don't care about all this other stuff. It really doesn't matter. I don't watch the news. I only hear little bits and pieces because I am involved in social media. because I could get wrapped up in the crap too if I did. But everyone here in the U.S. has a right to live however they want to. It matters not to me how you live your life. I have friends from all different races and different, I don't want to say genders, but what is the word? I'm not sure what the word is. But people that live their life in all different kinds of ways. And that's okay with me. They have a right to do that. We each do. We're lucky and fortunate to live in a free country. People die every day to come here to have the opportunity that some of us don't recognize. So take advantage of that opportunity today. Whatever you want to be in life, you can be that. Forget about others as far as caring what they think about you. A life of service, if you want to think about others, think about how you can serve others, not how you can get them to change to like you. That's all I have time for today. I'm going to run a special month of September, half off on my consulting. If you want to get my help personally, it's half off for the month of September. And I got to go. marksinspiration.com is my website if you want to book a session. Take care. Have a great day.